You won't believe that this is not homemade paneer. This is actually tofu. It tastes and look like paneer, and I've given it a masala thecha flavor. Trust me, after making this, you will feel that store-bought tofu is actually a scam. This turns out to be super soft, it's super tasty, and it is amazing. And trust me, once you make it, you're going to always make it and stop buying store-bought tofu. So, but before that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And let me show you how we made this super soft tofu. Trust me, it's super easy. You can add any Indian flavor, any flavor of your choice, and make it even plain. That is also fine. But this turned out really good. So all you need is you take soybean. Now you soak them overnight till they become double in size. After that is done, we're going to remove the skin of soybean. So make sure, it will take a lot of time, but you can remove as much as skin as possible. That is fine. Don't remove, like, if you can remove all, that is better. After that is done, we are going to blend this in a blender really well. So we'll blend this properly, and then when you're blending it, we're going to add water to it. So that means we're going to make soy milk out of it. So if you're looking for a good soy milk recipe, you have to try this. And trust me, with just 1 cup of these soybeans, you will be able to make at least 1.5 liters of milk. That much you're going to do. You're going to be able to make 1.5 liters of milk. So you'll stop buying even store-bought soy milk. And the best part is this tofu can be made in just below 50 rupees. So imagine preservative free, vegan and healthy tofu is made at home with just these few steps. So now you can see we have blended everything. Initially when you blend it, it will be a little thick. As you add water, it will become liquidy. So we need that. Then in a bowl, we are going to take a bowl, you add a muslin cloth, and then we are going to sieve this really well. So we are going to sieve this really well. Remove all the thicker part, and then add is what we're going to be adding is we will add sorry, remove all the thicker part, and then we will remove all the excess of the liquid. So we're going to remove the thicker part and just squeeze out the excess liquid, and whatever thick part is, you can again put it in a blender, again put water and use it, or else you can just keep it aside, throw it, that's up to you. But remove as much as milk you can. So in that way your soy milk will be ready. So I'm repeating the same process, and we are going to squeeze out as much as milk or liquid is possible. And that's how easy it is to make soy milk at home. Same thing you can do with almonds, oat milk, that same method you can use. But trust me, you will love this. Then in a pan, I'm going to take this milk, add it to a pan. We are going to heat it really well, and heat it for, it will not boil, so heat it for like 10 to 15 minutes till it just becomes warm. That is what we are going to do. We are going to heat it for 10 to 15 minutes. Remove all the foam as possible, because the foam is not required. We can use as much as the pure milk part. That is what we require. So you can see I've added all the milk, and now I will remove the foam as much as possible. So we're going to remove the foam as much as possible that we can, and then we'll just keep heating the milk. After that, I'm going to be adding is my masala mixture. I'm going to be adding is the thecha mixture to it, little bit of salt also to it. So we are going to keep removing the foam. Remove as much foam as possible. It will help in getting more softer tofu. So after removing that, as I said, we will add the masala. So I am adding is red chili powder, chili flakes, a little bit of salt, a little bit of the green thecha. Trust me, I love this combination. It really uplifted the tofu flavor. Also, the best part is homemade tofu does not have that aftertaste. Like, you cannot have a regular tofu raw, it will not taste that good. This I could have it completely raw. That's how fresh and good it tasted. Now once we've added the mirchi and everything, I am going to be adding vinegar. If you don't have vinegar, You can add lemon juice, that is also fine. We just need this to like split and curdle. So we need to do that. We need this to curdle really well, and that's very important because the more it curdles, that's how much tofu we will get. This gives approximately 430 grams of tofu. So you can imagine, like, that's a good amount of tofu that you will get in just below 50 rupees. And also the best part is, like, it's cheaper than the store bought one. There's no excess liquid and it's completely fresh. You can keep it in the fridge for at least a week to make this tofu. So, like, you can store it at least for a week. Same thing goes for your even the milk. So now you can see how well it's curdling. We need to curdle it properly. The more we curdle, that it will be better. So you can see how nicely it has curdled. So you can see the way that's coming out. That's what we need. It's same like the paneer method, but it tastes super fresh. And now you can see, once that is done, I am going to switch off my induction and we are going to sieve this. So this takes around 10 to 15 minutes. So that is what we have to do. Just be a little patient, and then we will remove all the excess, all the tofu. We're going to squeeze it out. So that is what we're going to do. You can please comment in the, don't forget to leave in the comment section which flavors that you would be liking to add in this tofu to Indianize it. And if you want me to share more such recipes, like, you can make beautiful tofu from pumpkin seeds, watermelon seeds. You can make amazing tofus out of it. So that is something that we can also try using. So now you can see the tofu is the it's curdled, and once you can see it's boiling also really well. It will not come out, which I've just tried cooking it a little more so that I get as much as tofu out of this milk. So now you can see I switched off the induction, and so much of it has curdled. That is really good. Like, a lot of it has curdled. That is very, very nice. So now we are going to strain it. So what we're going to do is we're going to strain it properly. So that we have to keep in mind. So now for the strain, again you need a bowl, you'll need a muslin cloth. So that we are going to do. Don't keep mixing it again and again, because I thought that I'll be burning the tofu, but that didn't happen. When I left it aside, I was seeing that it is curdled much better. So I thought of mixing it will help it go quickly, but without that also it is fine. Now finally we are putting it in a muslin cloth. We are going to sieve it very well, remove all the water from it. Now, one step that I made a mistake is I tried to, remove all the excess water while it's warm. I would say that you should avoid that, because it was very difficult to squeeze all the water. So what I do is I add a little bit of cold water to it. So cold water is added to it. That is what I do. I prefer adding a little bit of cold water or regular warm water, so that the temperature it does not become too warm. So that is something you have to keep in mind, and you can look at the amount of tofu that is coming out. So that is very good. You can even have it immediately after squeezing it. You can make it fresh also. I like setting it like for 2-3 hours or overnight. That is something I prefer, but you can just keep it squeeze out and use it directly also, because I feel it just gets a nice hold overnight and it's easier to use. So you can see we're trying to squeeze out the water as much as possible, and this is a task, but trust me, it turns out to be like, you'll the more you remove, the better tofu you'll get. So we have to make sure the water is not that much. But if you see in the packets, they use this kind of way and put it in the packet so that it stays, like, the shelf life increases. So now you can see I'm trying to put something heavy on it. I tried this masala blend thing. It didn't work. Then I'm putting a plate on top of it. But finally I figured out how it can fit into my fridge and how we can press it and keep it overnight. That's something we can do. and then we pressed it and we added like a katori. Then I added something heavier on it. So that is something that we try to maintain. And you keep it like I kept it overnight. 3-4 hours is also fine. But now you can see it's been overnight, and you have to see how beautiful this tofu has come out. It tastes amazing. So it's how nice this tofu has come out. You can see, you can have a look at it. So either you have it now, you store it in the fridge, that's up to you. But do try this combination and let me know if you guys also liked it or how it turned out for you guys. I cooked it and had it for my lunch and I enjoyed it. So I hope you guys also enjoyed this recipe as much as I did. I will see you guys in the next recipe.